So I am currently 49% of the book, what is it called? Beneath Black Sails. And this is the group pick, book club pick for the read-a-thon. And I'm enjoying it. It's on Kindle Unlimited. I have not spoke to you about this book at all. The last time I spoke to you about the book was in a different video, the June reset, because I was on chapter 3 when I was reading it. But I'm 49% inside of this book, and I'm enjoying it. I'm here for the pirate vibes and the angsty relationship between the two people. The thing is, this book is not really good at world building, as in, like, I don't really know where I'm at other than like the seas, and then maybe we're traveling to places, and then the magic building is not there because it keeps mentioning like fae and fae blood. But if I'm gonna be honest, reading the story doesn't feel like it's a fae story. It feels like there's pirates, which I like, and a few people have elemental magic. So I'm hoping that later on, because I know this is a series, so either I'm hoping by the end of the book we get more fae stuff happening, or in the next book if I continue it, because if I'm gonna be honest, right now it's sitting at like a 3 stars, but I am enjoying the vibes. Like I'm enjoying myself because I've been reading it. But I'm halfway done, and I know I'm gonna finish it today. And I'm at a part where, hopefully, fingers crossed, the main characters finally kiss, because the tension building, I need them to kiss, at least. But they both have like secrets that they're holding on to. You know, there's about to be people betraying each other, and I'm just having a good time. I forgot how much I love like pirate books, because the last time I think I read a pirate book was like, I think it's called like The Pirate's Daughter or Daughter of a Pirate or something like that, and I like that duology. And then there was another one that I read like a few years ago, but I love me some pirate books. Just to give you like a little heads up, so there's 2 perspectives. One is we're following Vice, who is this pirate who can semi-control the water, and she is being hunted down by a lot of people because she has a high bounty on her head. And one of those people is the second perspective, Nye, who is working for like the government, but he is a pirate hunter, and like his goal is to capture her alive, bring her back to the queen, and get paid out for that. And then whatever he gets paid out for, he's like clearing somebody's debt. And you learn a lot about their like backstories to each person and how they may be connected, and I'm just enjoying it because there's things some people don't know, and I'm curious to know what's happening. I'm also curious to know if, because they both have powers, semi, I don't really know, I don't really understand his power, because I know she could control the water, but his is like he gets mad and basically blacks out and can kill people, but he's not that type of person, so he tries not to do that. I'm not selling you this book correctly now that I'm talking out loud, but I like both characters. I do like Nye a lot. I do like Vice a lot. He calls her V. Who I don't like is her captain. I don't remember his name, but he's trash. Her captain's trash, because the goal was like she's helping her captain like get treasures, and he promised her that he would let her like pirates be a captain of another ship still under his crew, and he's not letting that happen because he's a jerk and possessive, and I don't like him. But other than that, I'm going to read this book and then I'll talk to you more when I finish it. So I finished, I'll put the cover up here again, Beneath the Black Sails. I'm giving the book a 3-star. I kind of wish it was more world building, magic building. I still don't understand the fae concept because it wasn't really in there. So in my mind, everyone's just humans with powers. The only time I was like, oh yeah, you could be fae, was the fact that like iron is involved, and like when fae touch iron, they like burn, right? Like it hurts them. That's the only time I really believed that fae were involved. This is very much a pirate centered book that I've enjoyed. I do think that some situations could have been handled better because of miscommunications. I am interested in picking up the second book just to know what happens later. because, yeah. But all in all, it's a good read. I did mark it down on my spreadsheet, so I highlighted it. I don't know if you could actually see. But I highlighted that it was the June book club pick. I highlighted that it was a Kindle Unlimited fantasy romance, and then I also highlighted that it was a knife to the throat trope inside of the book, which I liked. And then, again, 3 stars. I have also read into chapter 36 of Filthy Rich Vampire. I haven't really spoken to you about it, but I'm enjoying it because it's intriguing and entertaining for the fact that it's so ridiculous. Okay, it's super ridiculous. There are certain scenes and how characters act that kind of remind me of Twilight, and like how Bella and Edward would act when they're like all angsty and like miscommunication, or like he's too overprotective. But I'm enjoying it. I will finish this by the end of the day. And yeah, the whole concept of this is Julian, who is a vampire. He looks 30, but he's over 1,000 years old. He doesn't act like it, but whatever. He's over 1,000 years old. And his mother and his family need him to marry a familiar, which is a witch, because their bloodlines, both sides, their bloodlines like keep cutting down, so they need them to like produce heirs. So now it's his turn, and he doesn't want to do that. But he meets this girl, Thea, who is a human, and he instantly, like, he finds her attractive, but he craves her blood, type of thing. Like, instantly there's something different about her. She's not like other girls, and he craves her blood. But they're doing like a fake dating trope right now where they're pretending that they're boyfriend and girlfriend, so he doesn't have to get married, but it's pissing off his mother, so it's kind of like a forbidden love. But other than that, I'm having a good time. And then after this, because this book's, I think there's 4 books in this series, and then I think the other series is also 4 like book series. I'm gonna read a fantasy standalone. And yeah, I did get my new book of the month box, and I got 2 books I was going to show you. 1 Star Romance, which is about like this writer who is attending her best friend's wedding, and the groomsman is somebody who publicly like gave her a 1 star and like was talking shit basically. So there's this, and then also 5 Broken Blades. It says only one can take the crown, and then let the best liar win. I don't really know what this book is about, and I'm not going to like read the synopsis just in case it, spoils stuff. But a lot of people have been reading this, and a lot of people like it. So these are the 2 new books that I got. I'm going to go finish getting ready and then head out to work. So I will see you most likely when I finish Filthy Rich Vampire. Okay, so I finished Filthy Rich Vampire, and I'm giving it a 3 star. It is very much, it's very fast-paced. There's a lot going on in here, and the characters did remind me sometimes of Edward and Bella, even though, like, there's a huge age difference and all of that. One of the main aspects of this book, though, is something I do not care for, and that is the virgin trope. And it goes into, like, deeper details of why Julian is so like infatuated with Thea, or why he is like craving her blood. I am going to start the second one, which is, I think it's like the same title, but it says like Second Right, and I just want to know what's going to happen because it leaves off on a cliffhanger of them separating. So I'm curious to know what's going to happen there. The other book that I started is Sweet Bitter Magic, and I've only read 1 chapter. I'm kind of liking it so far. It dives just into the story, but we meet this witch named Tamsin, and she has this problem where she cannot feel love because like a witch council or something took that away from her, like cursed her to where she can't feel it. And because of that, what she does is bargain with people and takes their love from them. So in the first chapter, it's basically this mother whose child is about to die, and she's like, I need you to help me save my child, and I'll do anything you want. And Tamsin's like, well, I want your love that you have for your other child, her daughter. I want that love from you, because it's like an unconditional love. But instead of that, they make a bargain where she takes the love from her husband and gives it to Tamsin to save her child. I'm very interested in what's going to happen because there's another character that's going to come in. Her name's Ren, and they're basically going to go on some type of adventure, some quest type of thing to like save Ren's father. But I don't know why she's doing that. But I'm enjoying it, and I'll tell you more when I learn more about the book. So I have finished Sweet and Bitter Magic. I haven't really told you anything about it, but I'm giving it 3 stars. I kind of wish it was a series because this is a standalone, and it's because I think I would have enjoyed the history of the Dark Witches and like the Witchwoods, because I feel like everything's just not there fully. I do enjoy the plot twist, which I already guessed. I do enjoy like family dramas. I do enjoy, what else did I enjoy? I just like the vibe of the book in general. I do want to say Ren, one of the main characters, she was very annoying at times, especially when she was like acting naive, because she is someone who's a people pleaser who wants to make sure everyone else is good and doesn't think about the consequences of her actions for herself and or what could happen to others. For example, she was going to kiss this toad that was basically talking to her because she could semi-talk to animals, and she was going to kiss him because he was like, oh, I got cursed by the Dark Witch, and in order to transform it back, someone has to kiss me, and she was just going to do it. And I'm like, girl, no. I do want to say this is not a romance. It is not a romance. Like, the romance part happens like a few chapters before the book ends, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't feel like the characters connected romantically. They were very much like still in the getting to know you phase, but then once like the certain scene happens, they're like, oh my god, I love you, I love you, I love you, and I'm like, what? But other than that, this is a 3 stars. I don't know what I'm gonna read next, so I'm gonna find something and just update you on that. So it's the next day, and I didn't really tell you what was happening. So all that footage you just seen, just to give you an update. I had a work event. I had to go to UC Berkeley for an education panel, which was like 3 hours long. And then after that, I went to Half Price Books. And I got a few books. This is the tote I bought. I can't even see it. It says, go away, I'm reading. But I bought a few books, and I wanted to tell you about them. But the first thing I want to show you is these things that look like, what are they, like time slots, time sheets. But there's one for Romantasy, one for books to movies, one for romance, and then one for cozy mysteries. And I think what I'm going to do is a reading vlog for each of them. For the one that's books to movies, I think I'm just going to watch the movies because I am not reading it. But there's a lot of movies on here that I haven't seen, so I think I'm going to do that. Also, I think I'll probably read some books off of this list for the next reading vlog for Romantasy, because I own a lot of these books. So I'll do that. And then the books that I bought Can't Spell Treason Without T. I read one chapter of this so far, and this is going to be in the next reading vlog. This is very... Chapter 1, already 2 murders happened. That's all I got to say. I'm very invested in what's going to happen. It's also queer. It's lesbians. And I'm kind of excited to see what's going to happen because there's already like a big conflict with like a guard leaving a kingdom that she's now going to be like marked as someone for treason. So I'll tell you more about that in the next vlog. I also got Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is called The Book of Fours. And yes, I have other Buffy the Vampire Slayer books. Have I read those? No. But I think I have a problem where I think anytime I see a Buffy book, I'm probably going to buy it. My goal is to actually read this year. I want to do a vampire vlog in October. So I'm hoping to read this one. The next book I got is for also a future vlog. And it's The Christmas Fix by Lucy Score. I've read a few books by Lucy Score. And usually my scores range from 3 to 4 stars. So I'm kind of okay with the knowing that this is going to be a Christmas like romance. So you could expect this in the future. The other one I got is The Year of the Witching. And this is a YA horror book, I believe. And that's all I know. I know a lot of people like this book, so I'm hoping I like it as well. And then the last book I got is the second volume of The Scum Villain Self-Saving Systems. I haven't read the first one, but I have it. I got this because it was $10, and this is usually $20. Something I learned from my friend who used to work at Half Price Books is you could tell there's a difference between where the books come from based off of barcode. So this one's from the publishing house, and I guess they had too many copies. So what they do is like mark the bottom of the book, and then on the barcode itself you see it's bolded, and then the barcode's different. And then if somebody sold their books to Half Price Books, it wouldn't be bolded and the barcode is different. And there's no dot at the bottom or the top. So if you're curious to know about that, that's what I learned yesterday, which was kind of cool. For the book I'm currently reading, I am on chapter 16 of Filthy Rich Vampire's second, right? So this is the second book. This is so much... It's like Edward and Bella hyper. Like, not hyper, but like very... There's a lot of things in here that I'm just like, how are you guys this old yet so stupid? What I do think I am enjoying is just how entertaining it is for people just to be not good people. Like, I don't personally, like, if I met these characters in real life, I would be like, we're not friends. But I'm here for the tea, and yeah, basically they find out they're mates, and now he has Julian, the main character. His sibling just showed up, and she is trying to cause havoc. And I'm enjoying it. I'm going to read more of this, and then I'll just give you an update when I'm done. I finished Filthy Rich Vampire Second Right. I'm giving this one 3.5 stars. I do think it's better than the first book. It's still... The characters are still immature. I'm just going to say it, okay? Despite their age, they're immature, but I enjoyed all of the drama. And the action scenes were okay. I think if the author leaned more into the action scenes, then it would be better. Because what happens is, the action scene happens, right? Someone's about to die, potentially. And then immediately everything's resolved. So all of the tension, there is none. But it leaves off on another cliffhanger. And you find out what type of powers Thea has. So we're adding another Creature. Is it Creature? We're adding, I guess, like another creature to the mix. And I'm just excited for the next book. But even though I'm excited, I'm not going to buy the physical copies of these because I have the first two. There's 2 more books in this series, but I know I'm not going to reread them again. So instead of wasting money, I'm going to just listen to them on audio. But yeah, 3.5 stars. And I don't know what I'm going to read next, but I'll see you when I do. Okay, I don't think I'm going to complete any more books for the vlog. So I'll go over the tropes that I completed because I did not complete my TBR. So the tropes, I did read the Who Did This to You June book, which was Beneath Black Sails. I read Touch Our New Die trope, Forbidden Romance, Dark Fantasy, Knife to the Throat, One Bed trope, Kindle Unlimited, fantasy romance, a new to you book author, a standalone, first or last in the book series, and Fated Mates. So I think what I'll do is I'll just keep this one. And then next month, because there's going to be a second part, because it's also going in July, I'll just highlight it a different color. The books I didn't complete are these 4 books. So we have The Wrath and the Dawn, we have From Blood and Ash, we have Heartless Hunter, and then we also have Dragon Fruit. My goal is to complete this in the next vlog. I'm also going to read the T is for Treason book I just got because I did enjoy the chapter that I read, and I feel like that one would be a faster pace. So that is the goal for July. I do think I did well though, because all the books that I've read minus the Kindle Unlimited book were books that I own. And the goal is to read books that I own. If there's any Romantasy book recommendations, please let me know. If not, I will see you in my next vlog.